First off, let me apologize to the citizens of Iowa for not campaigning in that state, since it is very significant in making the decisions as to who will be the viable candidates. I have not had the resources to be able to do that. I'm not a front candidate in that regard. I've been to Iowa twice. I'm very impressed with the state, with the people in Iowa. But I take a couple of positions that I'm not entirely sure that would be acceptable to the majority of the people in Iowa. They would be acceptable to some of the people that I know there. One is ethanol. I think our national position on ethanol is a terrible, terrible mistake. It's a subsidy that was put in place by Archer Daniel Midland and a couple of other international corporations who are the chief beneficiaries of these subsidies. They have altered the marketplace in this regard. The use of ethanol is a failure for these areas of the country, Midwest and California. It takes more energy to produce the equivalent gallon of gasoline of ethanol. It takes more energy to produce that than to produce straight away a gallon of gasoline. But that's not where the real damage occurs. Where the real damage occurs, it takes 12,000 gallons of water to produce the equivalent of 1 gallon of ethanol gasoline. Now, that would mean that in a generation, we would have despoiled the farming capability of the Midwest and California. Now that is a tragedy, and this is a national policy that the Congress of the United States has launched us into us as a result of the lobbying practices of Archer Daniel Midland and a couple of other large corporations. This is not in the best interest of the nation, not at all in the best interest of the farming regions of the United States of America. And so I oppose this. And I wish I would have had the resources to gone into Iowa and made this case. I did not, and to my knowledge, I know of nobody who has made this case cogently to the people of Iowa, to the Midwest, and to California, and to the American people. But I'm trying to make it now, and I will continue to make it as long as I'm involved in this presidential campaign. But I do hope that the citizens of Iowa will consider my candidacy, and if they do want change, when I talk about change, I'm not talking about using empty rhetoric. I'm talking about empowering the people of Iowa to be able to make laws so that they could vote on all the policy issues that affect their lives. I am the only candidate that has a program called the National Initiative to do just that. All the others are politics as usual. And if you really want to find out how politics as usual works, follow the money and you'll see how it works. Money has been the criteria set up by the media as to who's most likely to get elected. But we all know that money is the corrupting influence in politics. So what we've got is a criteria that says them that raise the most money, meaning they are the most corrupt, and they're the most likely to become the next president of the United States.